7 men are trapped in a storm drain. They can win a $1 million prize if everyone escapes within 2.5 hours. The walls are extremely slippery after the rain. There are very few usable props in the area. The men start to survey the surrounding terrain. Chubby is the first to notice. They can use the loose rubber strips as ropes, but he slips and falls right after he starts. The others try to sprint and jump onto the wall, but their attempts are also useless. The bearded guy says, "This place can't be conquered with just their hands." After scouting the terrain, the bearded guy spots these tiny unnoticeable cracks on the wall. They are only a little deep, but for him, they might be the breakthrough. He calls Chang over to help. He steps on his teammate's shoulders and climbs up. He actually manages to stand on the cracks, but he is still far from escaping, so the bearded guy looks for a wall to lean on. He tries to lift himself higher, but the higher he goes the fewer footholds there are. His legs start shaking uncontrollably from the strain. Eventually he slips and falls down. Kevin from the side decides to give it a try, but he fails too. However, after watching Kevin's attempt, the bearded guy seems to have a new idea. He makes another attempt. This time he changes his strategy. He plants one foot in a crack nearby to gain support, but after getting past that spot, there are even fewer footholds ahead. His legs are almost just dangling in the air. Faced with this desperate situation, the bearded guy slams his palms against the concrete wall to get maximum friction. Finally, the bearded guy grabs the railing at the edge and escapes successfully. Everyone is over the moon. This means the bearded guy can help from above. He hangs himself upside down from the railing to serve as a handhold. Kevin steps on his teammate's shoulders and climbs the wall. Then he grabs the bearded guy's foot with one hand. He slowly makes his way to the railing, becoming the second man to escape. Meanwhile, Xiaoshui has peeled off the rubber strip from the other side. He throws it upward, letting Kevin pull the entire strip down, forming a rope that reaches all the way to the exit. But even so, climbing is still extremely difficult. The rubber strip is very slippery, and the middle section of the wall is covered in moss, making it even more slippery. So Xiaoshui steps directly into the original gap of the rubber strip to maximize friction. Finally, with the help of his teammates, he struggles to climb out. Now 3 contestants have escaped. They can use the human ladder tactic. The bearded guy wraps his jacket around his waist. Then 3 of them form a human ladder. Chang sprints and grabs the bearded guy's feet. With the help of 5 teammates, he starts climbing the human ladder. Chang also escapes successfully, but Chubby, the heaviest one, is still stuck in the pit. Figuring out how to get him out is the key challenge. Everyone decides to use the rubber strip again. Chang hangs upside down from the railing, bending the rubber strip into a U shape so Chubby can step on the middle part. The other teammates also bring over wooden planks to prop under his feet. But even with all this, the rubber strip keeps stretching longer and longer, so the bearded guy has no choice but to grab the rubber strip from the side and pull with all his strength. After the combined effort of several people, they finally pull Chubby up. At this point, less than half an hour remains in the challenge. No one can think of any other methods, so they decide to give up the extra bonus for 7 unique escape routes.